Ayesem, how you doing, brother?
I'm good.
What's then? Hashtag D.
30 be cool. As usual,
cool.
You know, 30 everything there under control.
See,
So.
Julie, I like the banger. It's sweet.
Yeah, thanks.
Sweet. What went into the creation of the song?
Okay, so it's actually a true life story of a close buddy's kid sister called Julie. You know,
Okay.
Growing up in Islam, Tanokrum.
Okay.
Those who know Tanokrum, they know where Ayesem used to stay. Tanokrum Zongo. So, growing up there, I had this friend who had a kid sister called Julie.
Okay.
She was very brilliant. Among her peers, she happens to be one of the best students among her peers. So, growing up after JHS,
Right.
she had a very good result. So the parents had no option than to take her to the secondary school.
Okay.
So that was where the whole incident started. First year, Julie was a very cool student, one of the best students from the school and all that. When she went to the second year, she had some bad company of
Right.
friends, and then she became something else, you know, as usual. She started going out of campus, having fun with guys and all that. So before she got to the final year, she became pregnant, and then she had to do what she had to do, you
Right,
understand? So
right.
from influence from friends and all that, some of them gave her some drugs to take just to abort the pregnancy.
Okay.
But then, unto no avail, the pregnancy didn't come out. So she had to go back home, and then how to tell the parents about
this
this
is what
whole
has
issue
happened, right?
was the issue. So because of the drugs that she took from friends, you know, she had complications. But then the pregnancy didn't come out, so she gave birth actually. But then because of the complication of the drugs that she took, she ended up in a wheelchair,
Okay.
paralyzed. So that was what happened to her. But then the child grew up
It's
a bit,
grown,
and
it's
then,
grown now.
yeah, it happens to the child grew up for about 2-3 years, I think so, and then she ended up paralyzed actually. So,
Completely.
yeah, paralyzed. She couldn't walk again, and then that was what happened to Julie actually. But then a few years later, after her baby had born, the girl died actually. But then I decided not to add the dead part of the story to the music,
Right.
just not to
So it
make
doesn't
it too
sink
much
it.
emotional.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it took me some years before I even brought out this song, because I realized that immediately the thing has happened, it's going to cause a whole lot of emotional
That's right.
trauma to the parents and all that if they hear me come up with something
right.
of that such. So I decided to wait for a while. After the death of Julie, some years back, I think 4 or 5 years later,
Okay.
yeah, I
Then you
decided
put
to
it-
drop the
put
song,
it
and then
together.
decided to change the name of the girl. Yeah, and then change it to Julie, just because of those who know Ayesem and then know the girls that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just not for them to know that, okay, so this is the girl
connect-
that they are
connect
talking
easily.
about. Exactly.
Okay.
So I decided to change the name, just to make it like, okay, Onyona, that kind of vibe. So
You're
that was
working
what
with
happened.
Connect FM on a tour to secondary schools to educate them, enlighten them about some of these ills you're talking about. When is it taking effect?
Well, I think it starts from next month.
Okay.
The actual date is not
Right.
up yet, but then in collaboration with Connect FM, as you said, and then Ghana Education Service as well, the Ministry of Gender as well.
Okay.
So it's a whole
whole
thing,
package.
coming up. So it's the Julie High School tour in the
Okay.
Western region. We're starting at the Western region. We have about 7 to 9 schools now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to start with them, and then maybe later after Western region, we might move to different regions as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but then aside Takrady schools, we will be going to Nzema, I think Ensign, and then also to Takwa, because
A bit of the Western North area.
exactly,
Okay.
because according to research, those rural areas now are the places that have these teenage pregnancies. It's very rampant.
That's a beautiful initiative. So you came up with the initiative
Yeah, actually.
to go around and educate them, because you've seen a certain prevalence
Exactly.
in the situation.
Exactly.
What do you hope to achieve at the end of the tour?
Well, I think since it's a good cause, and then it's going to help these rural areas especially, talk to them, because there's going to be special counselors from GES and then also Ministry of
Gender and Social Protection.
Yeah, so they are going to talk to them about this whole teenage pregnancy thing and the do's and the don'ts and all that, so that at least the students should have some idea about this whole thing, and then how to protect themselves and all that. So I think me being a creative person, I decided to do something creative and then educative as well.
Okay.
So do that because the youth really love music.
Right.
And then sense of the,
and they love your music.
Exactly. And then because of the huge fan base that I'm having in the Western region, I decided to use my talent to write something of that sort, just to make Western region at least reduce the teenage pregnancy. Because according to research, I think for the past 5 years, 500,000 teenagers from the ages of 9 to 14 years.
Right.
Yeah. Half of that, I think 555 million and then more, like half a million, yeah, 150,000 people, yeah. So they get pregnant, teenage pregnancy.
It means that a lot of unprotected sex is happening among these youngsters, and that is also a risk for STIs, the spread of sexually transmitted infections. So God bless you for taking on this one, and not just using your music to make money into your pocket and all of that. I know that you also write songs for artists. Recently, you've not had a very good relationship with Sister Efia. Frosty relationship, I should call it. Are you guys back?
Well, not really. She has not even called me since I wrote a swording for her. So now I've not even heard of her. And then one funny thing, I decided not to talk about this whole thing because
I'm asking you because there are other people you have also written songs for. And how did your relationship with Sister Efia begin?
Where did I even meet Sister Efia? It was through Ivan Beats.
Okay.
Yeah, one producer that I was working with. I still work with him though. Yeah, so I think he told me Sister Efia came to record at the studio, and then he decided to put me on for a collaboration. So when I came to the studio, I listened to the song and I was like, well, I think you can do this song alone, but I can help you write up some maybe loopholes in it so that you can. Yeah, so I did that for her, and then the next thing was like she sending me a beat for a different song for me to write it for her, and then I did it for her. And then I think I've done about 5 songs for her already, from Slave Queen to Corner Corner to Paper to name them, like up to Aswade. And I felt personally that, like at least calling even a brother to say, maybe a thank you, Seth.
You didn't get paid for it?
I actually charged her, but she
couldn't pay
because of financial situation.
But the songs made a hit.
Exactly. And then one funny thing is,
she plays shows with the song.
Exactly.
So why is she not able to fulfill the financial?
Even with that, I don't even have issues with that because I felt I was just doing it for a sister. I just did it out of free will actually. But then I was checking her digital stores, and then I saw something that I was very
what did you see
about, like the Aswade song, and then she has written by Sister Efia. Like she
no
couldn't
credit
even,
to you.
Yeah, she couldn't even give me that credit. That at least you couldn't pay me. At least you should.
Right.
At least that credit.
You.
Yeah, she didn't also give me that credit. So I got paid. That was the reason why I even talked about it back in Takrady. So.
Are you going to write songs for people?
Well, right now I'll do it for money actually. It's actually a business that I do.
It's a cash and carry.
Exactly. Right now,
bring money, I write it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no money, no song for you.
Exactly. Even with that one, after paying me, I still have a percentage in the
royalties,
and the royalties and all that. So I've not received anything from her actually. 5 songs, but nothing. So I just decided to say, okay, so right now.
But you have not reached out to her to ask her, why are you ungrateful?
I
why
did.
You being ungrateful?
I did. The last time I called her, I was in London, I was in the UK. I called. That was actually when she called me to write it as Aswade song for her. So I was thinking at least. And then she came to UTV for was it a premiere of a song that time, the Aswade. And then I quite remember Nanama asked her who wrote the song for her, and then she didn't even mention my name.
Wow.
Yeah, but then she went on to mention other names of people who also helped her write songs.
Okay.
So
after Julie, what next?
After Julie, I think the Journey to the West album is next.
Right.
Yeah, we were supposed to drop it last year actually, but then something came up. I had to travel to UK for other collaboration.
I know.
And then I'm working with Reggie Mboli too as well. It's part of the album. So I think this December or early next year we'll be dropping the
Journey to the West
album.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Closing thoughts for young people, because of what you have gone through and what you just narrated. For young people who have talent, who think that, oh, I'm trying to do this so that I can also be prominent, or I'm helping, putting a helping hand out there. Would you advise that they kill that thought and go straight for the money?
Well, with a new talent, it's different. It's a different ball game together. When it comes to me helping a new talent, it's different from someone who is already established and then has the money to pay and then still acts out like there's nothing, like there's no money, that kind of blah blah. So, but with the youth, the young artists, I do help. If you go to Takrady, they know about this. Any upcoming artists from the West, Takrady especially, has been on my record before. I've been putting them on compilations, EPs. I have a song that I even sing some, like, it's all about rappers from Takrady, about 6 to 7 artists on a song. Like, I put them on always. So my Takrady people, they know what I'm talking about.
They know.
Yeah, sure.
Brother, I mean, sure. I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
See you at the top.
Thanks.
Sure.
Thanks.
We'll take a break. When we return, Udimaya is here, Ghana's and Africa's most influential YouTuber. You want to wait for that conversation. See you after break.